Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode.
Hey guys, it's the Dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with HEADSPACE. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. HEADSPACE has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with HEADSPACE. I just hated it so much.
Well, damn. Let's get into the podcast then, so we can scrub ourselves.
Okay.
No, I mean, I was like, I don't want you like having flashbacks where you're like, fuck.
No, I'm really, honestly, I'm just grateful that I'm out of that relationship.
Out
Truly,
of it. Yeah.
So
no, I can tell that too. It's like one of those things where you're just like, you know what? The first 5 minutes of that thought was cool.
yeah,
Everything after that,
in theory, it worked out, but in
right.
application, it was a hot fucking mess.
Right.
So,
right.
but yeah,
Right.
hey guys, hey everybody.
We clearly didn't walk this one through. It was a great, hey, you know what would be cool? And after that, every word after that was a fuck show. Literally. And with that, hey everybody.
How you doing?
Welcome to the Dinosaur The Dude. You know what? You all just missed something. Actually, you didn't miss it. You're never going to hear it. But you're never going to hear it.
Yeah,
Sometimes the Dinosaur and I have some very, very deep off-pod conversations, and sometimes they just don't make the episode. But realize this: it's magic. And
that was a good topic, by the way. I'm just saying.
Don't worry though. We got more magic for you. Yeah, it was a great topic. I'm glad we actually talked about it, even though as I have to admit it was a little bit cringy for me in the sense that I didn't want to, like, it was cringy for me in the sense that I didn't want to unintentionally bring up something that triggered you in some sort of way.
No,
and so
I'm good.
it was cringy in this.
Life experience.
It was cringy in the sense that I was, yeah, it live and learn for sure. But it was cringy in the sense that I didn't want, like, I'm never wanting to bring up or do something where it's off-putting, harmful, or
I know, because you're so
negative
sweet
to you in any way. And so when you were telling me about it, I was like, did I just kick an ant bed? I don't know.
No.
I like the story.
I've had a lot of therapy. A lot.
It was like, I like the story. It's great context. This is exactly where I'm thinking.
Wait, are you okay?
Right.
Okay, tell me more.
Right. Like, tell me more, but ooh, I know her. Ooh, this is, yeah. I mean, this is amazing, though. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
I had a huge relationship in my life, and you know who I'm talking about. And I just kind of felt like really low self-worth after that was, after I went through all of that.
What you walked into.
And so, yeah, I just walked into a hot fucking mess and with reckless abandon and thought that, fuck it, I got it. It's a good idea. But I was really just trying to sweep things underneath the rug. Just I was sabotaging myself. So it was good stuff. And I'm sure that there are other people out there that do that too.
I think there's a lot of people out there that do it both, like you mentioned, consciously and subconsciously, or just totally totally no realization that they're doing it to themselves until after the fact, and they have that moment where they really reflect. I think that that's the important part, is having that reflection. But before we get deeper into this, here's the disclaimer, because we have to let you know none of us have any certification
No.
on any
Mm-mm.
relationship advice
No, fuck
or
no. In
relationships,
fact,
period.
do exactly the opposite of what we tell you to, just or or just pick a whole nother direction.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
y'all
So here's
listen
the
to this for just a second.
okay, everyone. Before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive,
yeah, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive. We get it.
We talk about different things that happen to people, that could be assaults, or somebody could be killed or
We do
chased,
try to give
or
trigger warnings though. So I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
here's the yeah. So yeah, you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't, because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice, or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. Now she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
Um, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind, because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's just all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point, we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that
Mm-hmm.
we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that might be it. I'll be right back. Oh Lord, it got hot in here.
Oh, it's got hot.
Good God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm back. Hold on.
Um.
Shit. Look, I'm back. Okay.
All right.
Oh
Cool.
Lordy. Started sweating.
Uh. Yeah. I think that it's
Got
it's a
hell creeping up on
it's a
me.
it's a cool topic. I think it is one of those things though where people go in and out of relationships, and sometimes when they go in a relationship, it's because they feel like now is the time I'm supposed to be in a relationship. Oh,
Oh no,
uh,
I was whenever
and
I got into that relationship, I was literally running amok
right,
because I had
right.
no idea. I had been just completely mind fucked. And
Like for me,
yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta get in a relationship because now's the time I should be in one. No, fuck that. That a lot of things that people have to do is like really, really focus on themselves to see if they are in the place to even being in a relationship, and then defining that with themselves, because how that other person is in a relationship doesn't mean that's how it needs to be for you. How your parents are in a relationship doesn't mean that has to be the relationship that's for you.
Right.
But sometimes a lot of people only have certain examples and they feel like, oh, that's what a relationship's all about. And then next thing you know, they're, there's a bunch of internal shit that they've never really addressed about themselves that may or may not even fit the example, some air quotes there, the example of a relationship. I mean, if you have hetero parents and you're like, but I'm gay, your example of what a relationship is all about is kind of thrown.
Mine was easy because my dad's gay, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, unless yeah,
Although
right, unless you
he was more disappointed for me than anybody else because
hmm,
he said you don't understand how hard it is to be gay.
right. I remember you talking about that before, where it was like it was sort of bittersweet for him
Mm-hmm.
because he was like, "That's awesome," but at the same time, with self-reflection, he's like, "God damn it, it's
It's
so
gonna suck
fucking
sometimes.
yeah. This is gonna. I'm glad that you have that realization and that you have the strength to verbalize it
Yeah, and to
and
come out
stand with.
and he supported me,
Yeah,
but he was also
yeah,
very um he was very very fearful.
yeah. I bet he's very mindful and very protective in regards to it because he's like, look, I am super happy and I want to protect that happiness as much as I can for you because he's seen what it's like not having somebody to support um
Right.
a person and he didn't want that for you. And I totally get that. I think though if you are in I think that if you only have like if you have strict hetero parents
God bless you.
and yeah, and then you are gay, lesbian, whatever color on the flag you are, that you if you don't have supportive parents, you don't have a relationship example yet. And if you do have a relationship example, it's outside of your it's outside of your family unit, so to speak. And that's where things can get a little dicey because you don't I mean, you're looking at social media or any kind of other entertainment as okay, what's the example that I should
Right.
kind of mimic or what should I look for in a partner? Because your parents aren't going to tell you your family, your uncle, your aunts or whatever. They're not going to tell you because they're not that, they they're just not built that way. And
You know
so
what's kind of crazy though? Being gay, you would think that I would look to homosexual couples that are
mhm,
strong. And I look to my dad and my stepdad because they were together
mhm,
for almost 30 years. I mean, they loved each other
mhm,
unconventionally. They didn't spend more than one day apart in the
mhm,
entire 30
mhm,
years they were together. They were
mhm,
literally they're twin flames. I mean, once they connected,
mhm,
it was over. They were one unit. They
mhm.
went as a team.
Yeah.
Um, but which I think is that's beautiful.
Mhm,
For for me though, whenever I look at, and try to, and I think that every married couple should do this, alone and then also together, is to look for couples that you find the attributes of a marriage that you think is healthy, and then pay attention to them and see how that works for them, and then try to
mhm.
emulate that and see if that can work for you, if that's something it's, within your moral guide and, your
Right.
values and all that good stuff. Um, and at the end of the day, I mean, as long as you're loving each other unconditionally, like you might not like them some days. I mean, you know, uh, people argue.
Yeah.
Marriages argue. They just do. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And a healthy marriage for me is one that can push boundaries and have those uncomfortable conversations. And it's
Mhm.
taken a lot for me to be able to speak up for myself and to have uncomfortable conversations on purpose. So it's not
Yeah.
being like an aggressor per se, but just being the one to bring it up and to know that it's okay to talk about uncomfortable stuff, because the more that we do, the better and stronger we get. And I want a
Mhm.
marriage that is going to be strong and that's going to be worth working on and fighting for and just cultivating and keeping it going.
Yeah. You have more of like rip the band-aid off mentality when it comes to conversations. Like, okay, we can keep avoiding this, but then to what end? What do we gain by not talking about something that we probably should have talked about, and we would have found out that it is a non-issue, but it's only an issue that we've made up in our head. So what's the point? Just go ahead and talk about it
Or
and
even
address
if it
it.
is legit, even if it's a legit issue, because all couples are going to come into that at some point.
Right. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
rather I would rather somebody talk about it as opposed than, especially if it's part of a situation. Like if we did something and we walk away from the situation, uh, you're feeling one way, I'm feeling another. I'd hate for you to 3 weeks later, hey, so when we were out with Sarah and Jane and you said this, yeah. I didn't really like it. And like, okay, so
You're just going to sit on that for a little bit, huh?
yeah, I was like,
See,
why
I'm all about
you
talking about it and being constructive and
yeah,
just trying to hear. I know sometimes it's so hard just to
yeah,
just
yeah,
sit and to hear what your partner has to say, because
yeah,
in your sometimes in my mind I'm like, fuck that, no, I know I'm right, I know that I'm justified in what I'm thinking
yeah,
and feeling, but I have to say, but that's from my point of view and that's my perspective,
yeah,
and we have different
yeah,
brains.
yeah. You got to think of that. That definitely, you got to think of that for sure, because because if you don't do that, then it becomes off like, okay, so you're just going to bitch about anything and everything that I do because it doesn't fit the mold, the etiquette, the way someone should behave or respond or say things, and that's crazy because now you are essentially micromanaging your partner. And
Yeah, nobody
who the
wants
fuck
that.
wants that? Yeah, who the fuck wants that? Why did you pull the chair out for Jane? Because I just,
Because I'm the best gentlewoman on the planet.
yeah, I just didn't even think about it. It
Because my
wasn't
mama
really even
raised me
thinking,
right.
well, you didn't pull the chair out for me. Well,
That's because I've seen you pull
you,
out a chair and you do just fine at it.
yeah, you
Okay,
like
I'll
the,
sleep on the couch, no problem.
yeah, it's like, yeah, don't, don't start that conversation right before I go to sleep.
Fucking hell,
Gee,
I
my
hate that
head is
so
on the
much. Are
pillow.
you fucking kidding me, Laura? If you're listening to this, come on, baby, you can do better than
Oh my God.
that.
It just hit.
I
The
love you so
pillow
much,
next
but
to me. The
you
pillow next to me
don't do that
talks.
to
It's like,
me. You know how much I
hey,
love my sleep. Don't be trying to lay your head down and start chattering me about some
hey,
situation
babe.
that's at least deserve it of at least 30, 45 minutes, because I will fall asleep right in the middle of it. And then I'll be the asshole
Oh my
because
God.
I'm
Yeah, right, right. Hey, babe.
asleep.
Hey, are you asleep? No, I'm still awake. Hey, so can we can we can we talk about
No, we can't.
Frank
Good night.
how Frank was just like, you know, when he was talking about my top and you didn't say anything, all I want to know is why. No, you don't. No, you don't want to know why. You want to know why and my why has to be justifiable in your head. And
I'm going to sleep.
at
Bye.
at 1:26, I'm
Let's
gonna
be
guess it's
honest, at
1:26
9:30.
a.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm gonna
look,
get
boo, it's time for nine nights, okay? Mama's got to get up and make that change in
yeah.
the morning.
Like I'm gonna guess it's 1:26. You knew I was asleep, so I'm just hoping. It's like, you gonna wake me up for this shit? I just wanted to talk. You said anytime and every time. Anytime you want to talk.
Like, I'm in
Who
every and
cares?
any time except for this right here time.
Who cares? It's 1:26. I thought you know, we're open door all day. Okay, fine. You know what? I thought Frank was on the money because your top was hot and it was popping. Love your tits. Can we go to sleep now? Oh my God. So you're okay if another man looks at me?
Love
Nope, didn't say that.
you.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's
Now I
just
can't sleep.
right, exactly. And if I do fall asleep, I'm gonna look like an asshole for falling asleep. Like,
Right.
oh,
Oh my God.
how did you sleep?
I
Uh,
I I admit
don't answer that
I've
question.
done that. I've done that and I've had that done to me.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Like, no, 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 no. Like they brought it up. Hey, you awake? Yeah,
Um,
what's going on? What do you want to talk about?
what's the
And
way?
then while I'm talking to them about what they woke me up for, they went to sleep.
Look. Okay, let me be real.
Oh,
Right, exactly. You're like, "Hey,
oh,
hey,
we got
hell
all the
no."
lights on now. We got all the lights.
We got
The
all the
fuck?
lights on, right?
You woke me up so you can go to sleep? Oh no. Oh no. No. We got all lights on and I'm playing death metal all night. Dude, oh, you go to sleep. Woke me up.
Medieval tavern music.
Yeah, right. Right. Right.
17 days
And I'm gonna be
straight.
singing and I'm gonna be singing the songs like I know them. I don't, but I'm just doing ho ho ho. Yeah, I don't even know the lyrics. Fuck it. I'm like, shit.
Oh my
Yeah, you
god.
got me. Yeah.
So
But
true. Okay, well,
yeah,
there's our
so
take on relationships.
yeah, that's a little thing.
Hey guys, this is Dinosaur from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. I just wanted to drop a little nugget of information for y'all. There is a Danish company that supports my pre-gaming efforts each podcast. That's where I partake in some sweet, sweet Mary Jane. But they make all sorts of stuff that you can use to enhance your experience. They make grinders, they do papers, they do a grinder that you can actually grind it into a pipe. It's really kind of cool. Just go and check them out. Do us a favor. You can go to thedinosaur&thedude.com. That's our website, and click on links and sponsors. And then they're down there. Their name is Hoyth, and they are Danish, so I could be butchering that. Hopefully I'm not. But just go and check it out and let me know what you think.
So the other thing we were gonna do in this episode was
Ooh,
if you all missed it,
I, I probably just, I
last
didn't miss
episode.
it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, right.
You
Last
just tell me.
episode, right. Let me recap. Last episode was our conspiracy serial.
Loved that. I got so full today whenever I was listening.
So some of the things
Gross.
that we talked about that we were going to cover in that episode, we're like, nah, push that to the next
Yes,
episode. So we're
yes.
going to be talking about it
Thank
today,
you.
and that was a little bit of the insanity in humanity. And there's a couple of things that's been popping up, and I thought it was when you and I originally talked about it, or when I messaged you about it, I was saying this is probably going to be the new Carly.
Yeah, and okay, so I was I didn't look at it. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm here for you.
Okay. Thank you.
But
I told
then,
you my work has been stupid.
yeah, yeah. But then I realized today, no, 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 it might be another Carly indeed.
Uh-uh.
So,
With Bait
yeah,
Baby?
no,
Okay.
close though, close though.
I mean, bait
So,
what?
yeah, right, right. We'll get to it. But I want to get to, before I forget, I want to get to the first person I was talking about. And most people probably heard about it, but I want to get to it anyway because, we're on top of shit.
Okay, yeah, but
And
can we literally take 30 seconds each and do an elder check?
oh yeah, okay,
Okay,
ready,
30 seconds
set,
go.
go. They're alive and kicking.
Okay, that's good.
And
Has your dad's
therapy and
gastrointestinal problems?
therapy and yeah, therapy
And trying to keep
and
your mom from messing with his
yeah,
meds?
and my mom's
And her QVC.
oh my God. Yeah.
So did the
If it's
luggage
not
come in? I'm curious.
if it's oh yeah, it did.
It did.
It
It
did.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
What color did she
If it's
get?
not
Because I know that she
some
showed it to you.
rose gold bullshit.
Fucking hell, I love that.
Yeah, well. Yeah, yeah, so with my mom it's like it's QVC all of her meds and realizing it the next day. Um and
Vacuuming in the middle of the night.
yeah, and a lot of other neurotic stuff that is amping up to the point where she's forgetting things that she's doing and denying it.
Do you think that she's just getting like so overwhelmed and anxious for some reason? I mean, because it happens
I
it
think
can happen as you get older.
I don't think it. I think there is a reason. I think it's sort of like it's a thing of where I've done it myself, but so I can understand it being done where you keep yourself so busy that you don't have time. The downtime is when you think about shit that you don't want to think about, so
Yes.
you
That's
keep
called
yourself
running.
busy.
And I've done
Yeah,
my
so
fair share of that.
so you keep yourself busy so you don't have to. But when you do it to a very um, when you do it to a level that is almost manic, then it becomes a thing of
Mm,
where you don't even keep up with what you're doing. Like you're doing things unaware of you doing those
yeah, I
things.
do that.
Like she will, like earlier today, she put away these cups and put them in the sink and everything. And I'm like, looking at the cups, like, why are you putting them in the cup? So I took one of the cups out. It was like, I only use this twice, right? This is an all day cup. What are you talking about? Okay. So I put it back on the counter, filled up with water, did all the stuff. It wasn't until later on the day. Oh yeah, I need to put a cup of water. It's already there. Oh, you already have one out. Yeah, that's the one from this morning. Oh, yeah. Because I filled it with water. Put it up. No, you don't. You didn't. You put it in the sink. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. No. No. Why would I do that? I don't know. That's a
For
question
all
for
if I know.
yourself. That's a question for yourself. She didn't remember any of
Like,
that.
ask your therapist. I'm not in.
She didn't remember any of that. And she was like, no, you put it in the sink. I was like, okay. And that's the thing that she does that I fucking hate. I'm like, if I'm going to lie, I'm not going to do it on some
It's
trivial
gonna be a
shit
fucking doozy,
like
okay?
who put the orange cup in the sink. And so my thing now has been when she does that, I was like, okay, well, what would it benefit me to lie about putting that in the sink?
Do you have these
Only
conversations with her?
uh-huh. Only for me to take that sink, I mean, only for me to take that cup out of the sink and put it on the counter with water. Why? Well, but I'm saying that you did that instead. What do I gain from that? I don't know. Okay, so I think we're realizing something here. So you're saying I did? Yeah, I sat there and watched you do it.
Poor thing. She's
Wow.
kind of losing
Well,
her little mind, okay? Be
well,
easy on the
I
lady.
don't remember doing that. And I'm like, okay, well then say that. Say that you don't remember doing something. Don't just immediately jump
Get
to
defensive.
accusing accusing someone of lying because you don't want to realize something about yourself.
Oh, I'm sure she realizes it. If I mean, if we're being
Yeah,
completely clear,
she
she does.
she does. I think though that don't tell me you do after you go weeks of doing activity like what I just reenacted.
Right.
You know? Like, don't go through weeks and weeks and weeks of shit like that and basically soft gaslighting, gaslighting in the
Right.
moment.
Sure.
But you really can't because the person that you're trying to gaslight literally saw you do these things.
Right.
So it's like, oh, God damn it. So that kind of thing.
Mm.
That's it. 30 seconds, but there you go.
So mine's doing good.
And while you're doing yours, I heard you just chug there. Let me
Yeah,
get
I sure
mine
did.
going. Hmm.
Wait, can you do the thing?
I'm about to.
Would you,
Here we go,
yep, go
everybody.
ahead.
If you don't know about my thing, here it is.
That
Mm.
was good.
And in case any of you are like, oh, he's drinking beer. No, bitch. It's ginger ale. Canada motherfucking dry.
That's
Some
right.
bitches better, better give us some goddamn
We don't even need to get like
sponsorship.
a check. If we could just get like a case every 6 months.
I mean, like, yeah, like, fuck a check. I know we're new and I know we have shitty listener levels. So just give us just give us a box. Just give us a box. Man, we'll be like, yay, we got something to drink and keep that shit moving. We are superstars. We are like superstars. Man, Canada Dry sending me drinks. That's all I would be saying.
Right?
That's like, dude, look at this. Look at this box.
I mean,
Got that
like,
from
shit,
Canada.
I've been passing out
Canada
recipes and
Dry.
shit for Canada Dry drinks. You know what I'm saying? I be getting it, like
Canada Dry.
preaching the word
Mm.
to the street.
Okay, how's your mom?
How's your mom? She's
Yeah.
doing okay. She's doing okay. She's gonna have to go through the mental agility testing again, and
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
it's good for us to know, like, since the heat stroke, if she really has cognitively gone downhill. And
Hmm.
I believe that she has, and she believes that she has. So we're trying to get an idea of to what extent.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say how much.
is it due to the heat stroke? Is it due to there's dementia? I
Right.
mean, what are we looking at?
Combination.
Her mom had Alzheimer's, and her sister has been diagnosed with dementia. So,
Hmm.
I mean, some shit runs in the family.
Yeah. But make sure that they look and see about Lewy body also, because it it has characteristics of all of them, and most of the time people get misdiagnosed with Alzheimer's or
I
Parkinson's or
don't know that much
dementia.
about Parkinson's. I know about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah.
But I thought that Parkinson's was where they shake a lot.
Well, that's like the stereotypical stuff. But there's other characteristics to it, and that's what I was saying about the Lewy body, because it has characteristics of all three.
Hmm.
And some people would get diagnosed with one or the other, or like in my dad's case, with all three,
Right.
and then they end up realizing, oh, it's Lewy body, because he doesn't have the shakes either.
Okay.
But
My
it's
mom did
but
say that
the
her hand was shaking a bit.
yeah,
That
but
her
the
hand arm was starting to
rigidity,
shake. But that could also
like
be medicine too. I mean,
right,
she's
it could be
fueled by
it
modern
could be
medicine.
yeah, it could be medicine, it could be muscles giving out and just starting to fucking spaz because it can't hold for long or whatever. But the rigidity is another thing too with Parkinson's, and he has that, where it's just
Yeah.
like
Okay.
always flexing, and so um
So what
yeah,
areas
just look
does
at
he
it.
flex? Is it a certain area, or is it
Mainly his arms.
okay? So does he like put him
He's
up like in
very
strongman position,
no, more like
or just tightening
no,
like where they're at?
yeah, like all like if you were always carrying something,
Okay, I
like
got you.
you're like it, like you're like if you had a briefcase to your side
They're
and
just
how you must
engaged.
yes, that's a yeah. Like he can still move them, but they're always engaged,
Yeah.
like the max capacity of that. And so he's very seldom relaxes the arm. It's always rigid.
So,
Action figure.
does that make it does that wear him out more? Because
Uh,
you gotta think, I mean,
I
that's your
guess.
body working.
Yeah, I guess. And at the same time, I don't know, because he's on a shit ton of drugs. So,
Fair, fair.
you know,
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about
one
that,
one
sorry.
one's gonna do it if the other one doesn't.
But, in his case, it's probably best that he's kept comfortable and just, you know
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I mean, because it's not like we have hope, it's what you're
Well,
looking
yeah,
at.
nothing that he's taking is going to reverse anything of what he's got.
Right.
So it's not
I mean, that
any
would be
delusion.
fantastic if that happened, but
It's
it just
no delusion.
there's no way it's going to.
Yeah, no delusion of her of a of him having a kind of a reversal in
Miraculous.
some sort of, yeah, some
He's
sort of
healed.
reversal. So so we get to the horrible.
Yeah, let's fucking do that, please.
Let's get to the horrible. So all right. The first one came up, and there's this person that and it happens every catastrophe, every disaster. natural or otherwise, there's always the people that exploit, always
Bitches.
the the people that that's like, all right, how do I do the most to get over on people? And it's weird because it's like, God damn it, you've got all this capacity to figure this shit out. Can you apply yourself in some other way? But apparently not. So anyway, let me jump into it. So when the pandemic kicked off in solid fashion,
Mm-hmm.
there was all these things out there, and some people were pissed off about it. And I'm sure some people that are listening to this episode that were pissed off about it, they'd be like, yes, this is what I was talking about the whole time. Yeah.
So what are you talking about? I know, I'm so curious.
Yeah, now you are. So the headline reads, pandemic fraud scheme leader is sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Well, what did they do to do that?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So the leader, is named Paradise
What?
Williams.
I'm
She's a 29-year-old. Yeah.
sorry.
No, 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 no. No.
Is that
Take your
legit
time.
name or like stripper name?
Take your, take, take your time. Take your time.
Oh my
You
God.
know what?
Okay, I just found the story.
Yeah,
I just wanted
you
to
know
see
what?
the picture and I wanted to see where it's from.
Oh, you want me
Seattle,
to resend you the
Como.
link?
No, no, no. I got it. I just found the
Oh,
link.
okay. So yeah, so Paradise Williams, and your guess is good as mine in regards to the question is like legitimate name or stripper name. I don't know. And
Maybe both. Who
for
knows?
people, yeah, maybe she was blessed with the fact that she had a name that allowed her to easily transition into that
It's
occupation.
true.
No, not besmirching strippers at all. I'm just saying, if you had to guess, Paradise is sort of fitting a stereotypical name.
Right.
But
Oh, my friend's
don't
gonna
let
be here. Oh,
Paradise,
really? What stage? Okay.
yeah, right, right. Don't let the name Paradise fool you, because Paradise, 29 years old, she was the leader of a fraud ring that stole more than 6.8 million
What?
in pandemic benefits
How?
from nearly every major pandemic assistance program. So, how? Yes. Well, let's get to the what she did with it. Okay, Paradise personally received more than 2 million. Okay, and with that 2 million, she spent on luxury cars, lavish trips, cosmetic
I see
surgery,
some lashes in
jewelry.
there, and that hair looked real good
Yeah,
too.
jewelry and designer goods. They'll say the lashes are designer goods.
For sure.
Uh,
They look tight right there. Okay.
and and Paradise, she had.
Look, that ain't a TikTok wig. Okay. Hell, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, 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 no. It's not.
That's
Some
legit.
lavish goods.
Yeah.
Lavish goods. So she's though, the DOJ is like, yo, she did a lot. So she had about 50, well, they say over 50 associates working with her.
Goodness.
And on the stand now, she's got five co-defendants. So basically, it's Paradise. These five co-defendants, I guess these were the ones that were her the close inner ring, and then 50, a little bit over 50 associates altogether, right? So they applied 125 fraudulent applications from June 2020 to February 2022. And the total gained from all those applications was 6.8 million.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So
3
what
point.
happened to the rest of the money?
So, well, with the 50 other associates and co-defendants,
Oh, getting their
uh,
cut?
they obtained more than 3.3 million in posing as fake tenants, landlords, and small business owners in need of assistance. So they had,
Damn.
they got a cut. They got a cut, yeah, divvied out to everybody else. Paradise got her 2 million. Um, and these other 50, they're posing as tenants, landlords, and small business owners to file all of these 125 uh,
Good Lord.
applications. This is Williams and her associates methodically laundered the funds through cash withdrawals, wire transfers, and expensive luxury purchases. Williams also received more than 1.2 million in kickback payments from her associates for
Mm.
facilitating the fraudulent submissions.
Mm.
She's on top of it.
Yeah. So, but she knew that she was doing it wrong. That she was doing wrong. She knew that she was doing wrong. She just
I
was doing
mean,
it.
yeah, they you don't get up to 50, over 50 people working under you not knowing what the fuck you're doing.
Right. Well, and here's the
That's
thing.
not
I
a
mean, there were no laws against that, right? I mean, maybe there was no
well,
there's no case study because there is no history of a pandemic that of that magnitude. That was all brand
yeah,
new.
that part's new. But
It is still
that's why
flawed. I mean,
yeah, that part's new. But that's why I preface this segment with saying every every disaster, every situation of calamity and whatnot. I mean, they had people doing fraud like this, not to this level, I should say, but they had people doing fraud for 9/11. They have people doing fraud for Katrina and Harvey, and they have people
that's my
that would.
heart is too pure to even think of that is a possibility. I never thought about that before.
I mean, okay, cool, but your your inability is somebody's definite
For
capability,
sure,
and
absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
when you look at these departments, I mean, for 2 years straight, they're making these fraudulent claims, and they're doing it to departments that I mean, you would think might have their eyes open and you
They're
know
probably being inundated with things
due
though.
diligence and whatnot. But yes, exactly to your point. But you're probably also we're prob we're looking at this case going like, oh man, he filed 125 case. No, that who knows how much of a drop in the bucket from what they were getting, from everyone. Because like you said, it's a pandemic, so it's not like a hurricane where okay, Katrina comes through here, that hits New Orleans, and it goes up the coast or whatever. So you've got an area, but the rest of the U.S. A-OK wasn't touched. But with a pandemic, the fucking world was touched. So
Right.
you
Like
you kind of
there's
you
like some
kind of
small
got
island
bigger.
off of somewhere up in the Nordic
Yeah,
territory that didn't get it,
yeah,
and
right.
the people that live on the island that throw spears at helicopters, they didn't get
Yeah, yeah. They were like, no, everybody got a little taste of this, and so
it.
you're gonna have people filing all kinds of shit.
I just have too much hope for humanity.
Hmm.
I can be very naive.
Yeah, you
I'm a
do.
complete shit show. I get it. I'm raunchy as fuck. I'm inappropriate. I'm funny, but it's all part of it. But I really am like soft hearted. Just have a true spirit. Like I just want
Hmm.
to believe the best in everything and in everybody.
I mean, for me, it's like this. Here's my little
But I know I'm delusional. So whatever.
here's my little here's my little guide that I put on people. My little
Teach me.
gauge that I measure. It's very to the point. If a person if a person is willing to throw themselves on a vehicle to claim that they were hit by that vehicle, then there's also a person that's wanting to do 125 fraudulent applications for 2 years straight to get 6.8 million
I mean,
for
but
sure.
did she? I mean, how did she think that she was going to
For
get away
sure.
with all of that?
I think that's the thing that they They feel like their plan is too good to get caught,
But why did it take
and
so
or
long? It's 2024 now.
well, I mean, they gotta find that shit out. I mean, at this particular point, they probably stopped. They probably like 2020, 2022. They were like, okay, all right, we've done enough.
Now we can start
Okay.
organizing things.
Well, and it was only so much. It was only so long they were accepting applications. So it's not like you can keep it going 2025, keep doing
Right.
pandemic applications. So it's like in 2022 is probably the cutoff, but they rode that pony until it fucking collapsed into the ground.
Bitch died.
So
Just fucking
yeah,
gave up.
they yeah they were applying to the U.S. Department of Treasury's
Oh
emergency
my
rental.
god. Enjoy
Yeah,
federal prison.
yeah, the emergency rental assistance program funds.
Oh, come
They
on now.
they applied to the Paycheck Protection
Of
Program,
course I
the
did.
the Economic Injury Disaster
Oh,
Loan.
come on.
Uh, they applied to the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Securities Act for unemployment benefits. They applied to that, and then they posed as those people. Like I said, they posed as tenants. They posed as fake tenants, fake landlords,
They
and
just go to
small
these
business owners.
places and go to the go do they have to go places or was it all on the
I don't know.
phone?
I don't know.
It was
I
probably
don't know for
all
sure.
via Zoom, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the application process was, but yeah, in the height of the pandemic, nobody wanted you to go into shit. I'm like, okay, just send this
I
paperwork in and send us a
remember.
photo.
I
Send
remember
us your
going.
most recent photo.
Right, exactly. You know, when it was the first time that I
That's
had to go
it.
into the bank during the pandemic,
Oh God,
I
yeah,
didn't know what to do. I was like,
yeah,
do I take the mask off? I mean, because it's a bank.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not a
yeah,
robber, so
yeah.
how would you think
Right.
I am? Like,
I
I
did
just need
that.
to know what the protocol is here. I mean, is
I
this
said that too. I went in the bank and I said that, and like you remember in the beginning of it, like people were wearing the gloves too,
yes?
and so I'm in the bank, mask on, a hoodie,
Gloves.
and gloves. And I'm staring at the teller and I'm looking at the cameras and I just flat out asked her. I flat out asked her, it's like, so this goes against all the training you had, huh? And she looked at me. She looked at me and was like, I'm sitting here. I'm standing here telling you I want to withdraw from this account. And I got a hoodie, a mask, and gloves on. And
Right.
there's nothing any of these cameras can do.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, yeah, you're right. Everything that we trained on, we have to totally ignore it. All the stuff. If we see this, if we, and I'm looking at him, I was like that security guard behind me. He's screwed, ain't he? She's like, yeah, he can't identify anything.
Right.
And then we both stopped, and I looked at her. I was like, I probably shouldn't have said any of that to you, huh? That makes me highly suspicious. She's like, yeah, slightly.
Right.
Like it was like I just soft launched the stick up. It was like I'm robbing this
This
bank.
is
It's
not a
what I should have
robbery.
just yeah. That's what I should have finished the conversation with. But I just started off with training has been screwed. And it's like oh my god, we have we spent all that time training, and then this hits, and we have to ignore everything we were trained on.
Right.
I was like, I told her, I said, you can't see my face. Can't. There's no fingerprints.
Oh, so
There's
now
just
we're going
me.
with our gut instinct. But before we weren't, but
Oh
now we
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Okay, now
exactly.
okay. Anything
But
goes?
that's what I told her.
Okay.
That's what I told her. It's like you literally have to wait until I pull a gun out. She's
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God.
that's the only way. She's like, that's the only way we'll know. That is really the only way we'll know.
Oh my
Do you want
God.
that in 20s, sir? Yeah, I want it in 20s. I want it in 20s. Yeah, so Paradise did some shady shit,
What's
and
happening with her now?
I don't. She got those 5 years. She got
She only
five
got
years, which
5 years?
yes, which is kind of weird. You get 5 years. She got a plea agreement, so she's floating.
A plea
She's
for what?
providing.
She did it. She was the ringleader, wasn't she?
Yeah, but
Who
they're
did she
like,
give
hey,
up?
I mean, but she got,
I mean, it wasn't
so it says
crackhead
under the
Curtis's fault.
well, yeah, so she's probably the plea deal is probably like, hey, if you tell us all the people that
Okay,
you have
fair.
working under you,
That's shitty.
then help us arrest everyone that was involved. Then we'll cut you some slack, kind of thing. So
Oh.
so okay, I won't even get into the names because I'm
No, I think you
I'm
do. I
I'm
think you need to.
oh no, I can't.
I think you should. I've not even seen
Okay,
these names yet. Let me take a look.
okay, everybody. I apologize. I'm about to wreck these fucking names up. I'm gonna do my best though. So Williams co-defendant, I guess that's Darius Jackson, Tia Robinson, Rayvon Peterson, and David Martinez. I got that. Previously, they entered guilty pleas for their participation in the scheme. Jackson was sentenced to 3 years in prison and Robinson 18 months in prison. Martinez and Peterson, they're scheduled for later this month. So, yeah, but under the terms of the plea agreement that Williams did, okay, so Williams, like, Paradise is like, you know what? Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and take a plea deal because these charges are gonna come hot and heavy for me, and I took the most money. So, what do you guys want? So, under her plea deal, she will pay um, 2.7 million in restitution to the U.S. Department of Treasury and 512, just over 512,000 to the U.S. Small Business Administration. And then Williams must also forfeit over 2 million of the proceeds she obtained through the scheme. So she's forking out all the money, but I mean, just doing short math, is that she's paying back more than what she got.
Right.
I mean, if she got like 3 million, she's gonna have to pay. This is already over 4 million. She's got.
Yeah, she was being dumb and it caught up
Yeah,
with her.
she got caught. She got caught, so she knew the only way out that was going to work out to be the best situation for her was to take a plea deal, and that's what she
But
did.
hey, can we
That's
just
all she really. That's the only move she had, really.
for just a minute say, you know what, girl, you tried. Okay.
I
You
mean, yeah,
tried. I mean, you thought that you was doing something that you wanted to do, so you tried it and it didn't work.
yeah, she definitely did some stuff to where
You may have been
she
real
was.
close.
Yeah, she definitely did some stuff to where I'm sure it took some time for um I'm sure it took some time for the DOJ and everybody to really narrow down, like, okay, where where is all this money going, and finding out, like, okay, this is a scheme. We can narrow it down on these people or that people, and then trying to figure out who it all leads to, because you probably caught one of the 50, and then start working their way up the ladder, and then you realize who the leader of the whole scheme is. So there's that. Uh, hey everyone, it's the dude, and I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about PIMSLEUR. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed uh, little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. And you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I wouldn't be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on the link, get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode.
My goodness.
So the next person was the one that I came across today.
Okay. Let me see.
And this is the one I'm like, maybe New Carly.
Oh, right.
So, oops, nope, sorry. No, I didn't want to do
No,
that. I clicked on
not.
the wrong thing. I wanted to click on an actual news article and the video showed instead. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's this person that has been, she's in your neck of the woods in Texas.
Oh, Lord. Is she crazy? There's a lot of crazy people over here.
So a woman went missing, and I don't know what the deal is, but
Like, what the fuck? Like, why do people care?
well, I mean, no, I mean, yeah,
Oh,
okay,
my good
okay,
Lord.
yeah,
You are
all right,
morbid.
everybody, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with
You
her.
need
No, I
therapy.
don't know if I don't know if there's, yeah, I do. I don't know if there's some mental issue that she has. I don't know if there's a mental issue or like maybe it's because I watched a little bit. Maybe because I'm on the last episode of Breaking Bad and Fugue State is stuck in my head, but this chick went missing and nobody knew what happened to her. She went missing while walking, doing a routine walk with her beloved dog.
Oh,
She's 27 years old. She
did
went
they find the
missing.
dog?
God damn it. You know this story?
No, I don't, but did they find the dog?
Kinda.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
and, and it'll make sense when I say kinda. So nobody knows what happened to her. It's like, okay, she just fucking vanished. We don't know what happened. And she's got her beloved dog. She doesn't do anything without this dog. What's going on? And again, I don't know anything about this chick. I don't know if she has a mental issue, if this is like a therapy dog. I don't know. I just know that Christina Johnson went missing. Um, and she's been missing for like 9 days. See, I thought, okay, yeah. So they've been missing for more than a week. And at one point, they did, apparently, they found the dog. And like, hey, this is crazy. We found her dog, but we have not found her. And instead of like this relief kind of thing, her dad was like, yo, that's not her dog. Stop. That's not, it's not, it's kind of like it, but it's not the dog. The
Huh?
dog would not find the dog and not her. You know, the dog would be with her kind of thing. Um, and so this lady was missing, and it's like, okay, she's described at 5'4", 140 pounds. Last seen wearing a black hoodie, blue denim shorts, and pink socks, Crocs. and
That's what happened. You can't run right in Crocs. Somebody gonna
no,
snatch your ass up if you
no,
put some Crocs on. I would never wear
no,
Crocs.
right. And she was carrying a gray backpack and did not have her phone with her.
Why
And
not?
so that was the description they had of like when this chick, dropped off the planet for a little bit. But now they found her
Okay.
and they don't know what happened. They're like, mm,
Well, I can tell you what
hmm,
happened. The
she
government took
went
her
missing,
for some testing.
right?
Okay. Blipped her memory. And
Okay,
then,
blip.
yeah, and with a little light wand.
Yeah,
And
that's the
then,
official term.
yeah, that's a regulatory
Yeah,
issue,
yeah. It had different names, but in
standard issue.
2024, it's now called a blip. Hmm.
So yeah, and then they would just, they just put them right back, boop, right back down, like that one dude, that old man that just showed up back at home in the same fucking
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah. 30 years later.
Yeah,
Yo, hey everybody. What are y'all looking at me like that
look,
for?
it's we
Bro,
all know it's possible.
you've been missing for 30 years. What? Word? Hmm. So yeah, they said they found her Wednesday night,
Okay,
which for everybody that's listening, that would be last Wednesday, um, for you. Yeah, they found her sometime Wednesday night, according to her dad.
where was she?
Yeah, exactly. They
No, I mean,
found
like,
her
where did they
somewhere.
find her?
Yeah, they found her. Yeah, no, no, no. The article is very vague because they don't. It's an ongoing investigation because they're like, uh, yo, what the? So they found her. It literally says in the article, Johnson and her dog Max were found somewhere around the University of Houston. Like,
Oh,
could have been the entrance, could have been the custodial closet, could have been it's somewhere around
well, maybe they
the
saw her and then
university.
they were just tracking her, and then
Yeah,
so she was from some. We don't know where she was coming from.
yeah. So she's on this routine walk and she disappears. But since it is a ongoing investigation, they're not really releasing a lot of
Right.
information about what happened. Kind of Carly-ish, right?
Well, I mean, when y'all catch the motherfucking aliens that did this shit to her, you tell
Yeah,
them.
I think that's the thing to do, though, right? I mean, I'm not to belittle the case because I'm sure this family went through the fucking ringer for over a week trying to figure out where she was and
Does
not
she say where
knowing.
she thought she was, or does she not remember anything?
Um, Not in this report that I am looking at the moment. They might have a new one coming out where they expound upon a bunch of that stuff, but at this very moment, it hasn't been released of details like that of where. And I think that wherever they think that she might have been, it's all speculation until she actually says it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
oh yeah, she went on her walk, and then she gives her account and realizes that yeah, she just turned the corner and then hopped in a vehicle and went over to blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
everybody thought she was on a walk, but really something else. I mean, who knows? Is
Right.
the
Right. Right.
point I'm trying to make. Once she states what really happened, then that's when things fall into place because, like with Carly, her parents said, and they spoke basically for her in the initial when they initially found her. Oh, she just came back and knocked on the front door and came on in. Like, oh, damn, okay, cool. But then later when Carly was talk when they talked to and got statements from Carly, that's when the real shit started to reveal itself.
Right.
And so I'm not getting burned twice on this story. Like, look, I was feeling for Carly in the beginning, and then it became,
I was feeling for it too because I thought, there was a baby and the whole thing,
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I mean, my heart was like, I was like, where do I send the check?
I'm like, Carly, where? Yeah, I was like, but Carly, what happened to the baby? You made it out, okay? I get it, but what happened to the baby? What?
I was
Wait, it was
invested.
no baby. This? Oh, so
I got
yeah,
I got punked.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not falling for it again. Dorothy went out with her dog, and now she's back. Fill in the story, Dorothy. What happened to you and Toto? That's all I need to know. Because yeah, so there's that one. That's a pretty.
I really want her to come out and be like, I was taken by aliens. They were very nice. They
I
said that
I feel like yes,
we're fucking their shit up, and they're not going to be
yes.
happy. They want me to tell you that. You know,
I feel like that's the thing to do. I really feel like that's the thing to do. Like now, I feel like look, I really don't want to get into it. So when I show back up, I'm gonna give an alien story. No one can refute it. It's, no one can refute it. No, no one can
I'll be like,
say,
can you test my butthole because I
yeah,
feel different.
yeah. I'm gonna get these pine needles. I'm gonna just get a handful of pine needles and I'm gonna shove them up my butt. And then I'm gonna look them straight in the face and then say, "Do you really think I would have shoved all these pine needles up my butt?" And I'm like, "No, not really. No, of course, aliens did it. It's hard to refute. Like, no one's gonna say, "No, I was out on that same dirt road that you were on, and I didn't see any aliens." No, no one's going to. They're all gonna be like, "Okay, well, what was it? Was a," and you fill them with the same shit. It was a bright light. I couldn't I couldn't feel my legs, and then next thing you know,
I was on a table.
two glowing beings were holding me above a table, and then I was on the table, then I was off the table, then I was,
Come back on the table. Then I tried to run for it. Know
and
where I
when
was
I tried to
going.
run, when I tried to run, I was underwater,
And they had taken my legs off.
and they were talking to me in a ship that looked like a sperm whale. After that, I don't know what happened, but they started feeding me marshmallow steaks, and then I showed up at home naked. That's all I know.
Damn, that
What?
sounds like not a bad trip, really, just a
Yeah.
fucking trip.
How did that happen? I applied for it on Airbnb. Okay, well there you go.
Right.
There you go.
Experiences,
Uh,
they say.
all right, never mind. Yeah, I feel like because you're damned one way or the other, right? You're damned one. Okay, even if she was like, you know what, I need a break from you motherfuckers. Me and my dog are gonna go for a walk. I'm not. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm leaving my phone. Even if it's something like that, people are still gonna be like, well, why? Why did you do that? Why? Why? You're never really gonna satiate the why, especially if people started collecting money to search for you. You're never going to no. So you just go ahead and get abducted by aliens. It's beyond your
Is that your
control.
out? Is that what's going to
Yeah,
happen?
it's
You're going
beyond
to
your
get caught
control.
trying to escape, and
Yeah,
that's going to be your shtick.
it's beyond your
It's
control. Who
really a
can
good thing
say?
that fucking nobody listens to this
Yeah,
podcast.
you'd be like, I was like, well, yo, you could have done this. You could have done that. All of that, all that you could have done is thrown out the window when you say aliens abducted me. Boom. Okay. Well, there's nothing you could do, huh? Mm-mm.
Well,
I was on a ship. Okay. Well, damn, you got us. I mean,
you got,
what could you do? What
yeah.
could you do? It's not like you could fly. You're right.
Like, what did it look like? Like that Tic Tac one.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I showed up in this shower curtain because that's all they gave me once they kicked me off the ship. It's
They
like,
told me it was a
what?
cape. Okay.
Yeah. They told me it was a cape and kicked me off. I
It's a
fell.
cloaking
I fell.
device.
I fell from 40 feet out of the trees
Fucking parachute.
in a shower curtain. Like what? Yeah. Yeah. Bottom line, kids, don't go foraging for mushrooms.
Right.
They they
Oh,
might not be the good kind.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
think I just feel like you it is such a magnifying glass, and people want it to make sense for them. They want it to be like they want it to make sense to them. Like say for Carly, In the beginning, they wanted it to make sense. So the thing that makes sense is abduction, kidnapping, a serial killer using bait babies to capture women. They don't. But as soon as it became a mental health issue, then people shat all over it. They were just like, oh, well, fine, fuck it. So there's that. Wait,
What
did
do
you
you,
drop? Huh?
no, I was going to say, what do you lost me. What did you mean by that?
Well, so like when Carly first, when the whole situation with Carly happened, it was this whole people coming up with all these different things. Oh man, somebody was using the baby to get her to pull off the side of the road, and they pulled up and they
Like
snatched her.
speculation.
Yeah, it was like, oh, well, it was always this thing that it made sense by way of these things: abduction, kidnapping of some sort, trafficking, human trafficking was also
Right.
thrown out there. It was all these things that made sense of what possibly could have occurred. But it was all, like you said, speculation, and people were collecting money for it, and it was the whole rewards and all this kind of stuff. But as soon as it became a thing of where someone was having a mental health crisis of some sort, then it became oh, I was led on, or, oh, why the lies and why this, and it was nothing of where, I mean, I guess at that particular point, Carly was also adding to that by saying there was a baby, because that was a convenient story, even for her, because otherwise saying, hey, I'm having a breakdown of some sort.
Isn't that sad though? If that really was her mind frame
Yeah. Yeah,
for
like you would rather come up with that than face the potential
of
or the perceived
have
stigma of a mental
right.
health thing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Like I
absolutely.
get
Like
it,
that.
and I know that you've probably lived a hard life. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. We
Hmm.
everybody has struggles. I know yours are not any greater or lesser than mine or anybody else's. Um, but you got to
Right.
understand. I mean, mental health has come a long way.
Yeah, it has, but
I mean, it's been a
I think that
fight, but
I think that it has by way of service, but not necessarily as acceptance.
okay, yeah, that's true.
Acceptance and or understanding. Maybe that's even a hand in hand kind of statement,
Sure,
because there's services out there like, you know, like yeah, I know. I'm saying it because it's a sponsor, but like Headspace, there's there's services out there for people to address certain things that has a mental health focus. But even to this day, as much as people do it, it's still a little degree of that happens when someone says, I'm talking to a therapist about this, or I'm having problems with this, or even if they have a name for it, I have PTSD, or I have this, or I have that, or I have trauma, or I have anxiety attacks. It's like,
right.
can't you just take a pill for that? No,
I don't
that's
prefer
not
not to. Thank you.
right. That's not the solution. And plus, if you're having an anxiety attack and you got these pills that's supposed to help with that, then you're just fucking chain swallowing them bastards because you're wanting to end the anxiety. Um, so that's what I mean by, like, there's services, there are ways of helping people through or helping people address mental health, but not everybody in somebody's family is going to be accepting of that,
Oof.
and or they might have their own little coping mechanisms, i.e., alcoholism or hardcore drugs or whatever. The way, like, they're shitting on another family member for stating that they have mental health issues, but they have it themselves, but they rather not even address it other than just drinking a fifth of vodka every night instead.
Right. Yeah. It's hard. Trauma's hard to deal with.
Trauma's really fucking hard to deal with. Trauma's really hard to deal with, and it's also, well, that's the same as dealing with, right? Dealing with it, encapsulates a lot of stuff like
Sure.
your self-awareness, you literally saying to yourself, hey, you know what, I'm fucked up over this.
And I'm
And then
worth giving myself attention for.
right, that's
That's a
exactly what I was
whole
saying.
nother thing.
Yeah, right. That's what I was gonna say too. It's like, and then having the follow-up is saying, I need to go ahead and look into getting some help. And for some people, I, and it's not even like a thing of where, let me just, be clear about the help. I'm not trying to say everybody needs to go to a therapist or seek therapy, because I think that the misconception of therapy means that it has to be by some professional. But a lot of
Yeah.
times for a lot of people, therapy is just talking about it. Like if you could take that first step of just talking about it with someone that you really trust or really will give you that ear,
Sure.
I think that's the first step to a lot of what therapy could be.
Right.
Um,
It's
you
like a
know,
conversational therapy,
yeah, because
but it's not a clinical therapy.
yeah, and it might lead to something clinical because your friend Darlene is just your friend Darlene, and you can only unload so
Right.
much on Darlene before Darlene is like, you know what, you need somebody with some letters at the end of the name, because I can't tell you anything other than, hey, let's go to the Waffle House, and that makes everything all right, doesn't it? So I think that I think that one of the first steps is like if you have somebody in your life that we could talk about shit, that really helps out.
Yeah.
That could really help the fuck out. Uh, but if you don't, hopefully you have the love for yourself to actually check out some means of, like what the dinosaur was talking about, some clinical therapy or something like that, or
That's
one
a
of the free
hard one
services.
to that's a hard
Yeah,
one to deal with sometimes,
yeah,
because it's just that in itself is very hard,
hmm yeah.
especially in a
It's
world
super.
where we're made to question everything,
Yeah,
because if we don't, then we're literally blind.
yeah. I mean, especially like when you're sitting there, you're just like, do I need therapy? And then you got somebody else in your family or in the room. You don't. Just fucking suck it up. God, you're so goddamn soft. And then you're like, maybe I am soft. Okay,
There's
maybe I
nothing
do
wrong
need.
with that, though. I mean, and
Maybe
I know
I,
that
yeah.
we feel the same about therapy. I mean, it's a
hmm
tool that can be used, and the more that you use it, the more that you learn how to use uh, to cope without it when there is a situation and you need to work through it.
Yeah.
So, um, I'm a huge proponent of therapy. I go to
Yeah.
therapy every every 2 weeks now.
Mm,
But if I have something that comes up that I just want to process, then I'll go to every week with him.
yeah. And I admit I am not a like I'm not a therapy person.
Okay.
I just I've never been. I don't have any, and it sounds like a cop out. It's just again going back to our previous conversation about examples you've had that gives you the example of you know how you think you should be, think you should be, or how you think should relationship have, or how you should even handle things, and then the latter part, handling things. I never had that example of people in my life that had a therapist. That was more of a affluent thing to have,
Oh,
and
okay.
so it was really one of those things you got to fucking deal with it yourself, or figure out a means to cope with things yourself. So then in that regard, yeah, had quite a few alcoholics in my family. But
Right.
since then though, there's there's been more incorporation of therapists, but I do have more people, far less now, but the people that I have had in the past that I did lean on for that, in that therapeutic kind of role, where I have these real deep conversations with only certain people, and those
Mhm.
certain people are the therapy for me because then I can exercise all these thoughts and figure out where my head's at, and if I'm on the rail, if I'm on the rails or off the rails, what I'm thinking and how I'm, you know,
But there's a
processing.
certain amount of grace and finesse that has to be in play in order for somebody to be able to do that.
Oh yeah,
And
sure,
some
yeah,
I will say that you're very good about knowing what your boundaries are. Um, and it's
I try.
helpful. It's
Yeah.
helpful for you because I think that once you really start to unleash, it's just going to be like a fucking hellscape for
Oh yeah,
everyone,
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
everyone around you. Maybe
yeah,
not me, but I'll
yeah,
be like,
yeah,
bro, just
yeah.
he's gone. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
so
know what the hell.
no, no, absolutely, you're absolutely right. Because a few times that's happened, it's always been like the whole eyebrows up kind of thing. People look at it like, oh, yeah. So are we still going to a movie or no? You know what? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't go to because and it's not even like a go to the movie. They just don't want to sit in the dark with me after what I just said. It was like,
Right.
mm-mm. No, I need all the lights on. I need a
And literally everyone
flashlight.
looking at me.
I need a flashlight with all the lights on. And you know what? No. How about how about I go to my place and watch the same show on Netflix, and you watch it on Netflix, and we start at the same time, and it'd be kind of like we're watching it together.
Totally. Absolutely. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like no. So, in that note, I want to say thanks to all the people that do know me and and had to be around me in situations where I am like, talking with my teeth closed. Yeah, I appreciate those people that were out in the street with me in like 2 and 3 in the morning, roaming some downtown area while I find the best way to deal with whatever situation I had at that time. Um, Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it. All the other people, aside from the dinosaur, because there has to be some sort of rapport between the dinosaur and I if we are even doing this podcast that you're enjoying. Clearly, you all are enjoying us.
All 12 of you.
Yeah, yeah. That being said,
Yeah.
um, I think what do you think? This is a
Yeah.
good episode.
Yeah, this is
A
great.
good, this is a good
I'm
episode. Okay.
yeah, I'm like a zombie right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you were telling me earlier that you were kind of getting close to Eve before we even started, so I didn't want to tarry too long, but I needed us to talk about paradise.
Yeah.
It's
Well, paradise doesn't come to prison.
yeah, paradise, man. But paradise is one of those people that you and I have talked about before. Like, if I highly doubt this is Paradise's first try.
Maybe we
Like
don't
this,
know.
like if this was Paradise's first try, like she was like, you know what? I've really been wanting to do something like this, and I feel like a pandemic is the perfect
Oh
opportunity.
man, try scrapbooking. Shit.
Here, here's my plan.
Get right with the
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. Here's my plan. It's something like if this was Paradise's first go at fraud, oh DOJ,
Girl, call me when
DOJ,
you get out. Okay.
DOJ, you have not seen anything yet. Paradise is going to get back out bigger,
She
better,
gonna be
stronger.
popping. She been studying in there.
Oh my God. If this is Paradise's first go and she did 6.8 million
Girl.
and have 50 people working under, oh, you
Come
guys,
on now.
God damn it. She's going to get out and be just like, you're never going to find out it's her next time.
I
Oh,
just want her to write contracts for me. That's all.
she's learned from these mistakes. She's like, okay, never gonna make that mistake again. I'm gonna have so many layers, they will never
I
know
just
it's
want her to
me.
write for grants. That's what I
Yeah,
want her for.
yeah, absolutely. Because essentially that's what she was doing.
Yeah, she was really
Essentially,
good at it.
essentially, Yeah, essentially, that's what you do when you're filing for those. And you did it really well, ma'am. 6.8 million? That's a what? All free and clear because it was all government aid. I mean, except for when you got caught and you had to repay all of that. That's it, at the time, and in that 2 year window, free and clear. But god damn it, I feel like the lesson that she would learn from that is okay, no trips, no cars, no cosmetic surgery, no
Oh, for the
nothing
future? Are we
lavish.
talking about
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, nothing
oh shit, we're
lavish.
going there. Okay. Yeah, this is listen, girl, because you need to we're giving you some nuggets of information. So hold on to
Yeah,
these
yeah,
for just remember that we was
get
your
that nugget.
friend.
Yeah, get that nugget. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the biggest downfall. All of the fraud cases always when you start doing things that's outwardly visible, like you got the new cars, you got the new house, you got the new this, and people can look back and go, hmm, in 2019, Paradise didn't have any of this shit.
Mm.
And now,
Bitches
2020 to
getting paid.
2020 to 2022, she's got a lot popping off. And it's at a time where a lot of people didn't have jobs because
Right.
the businesses were closed down. Mm, what does Paradise do? You know what? I don't even know what Paradise does. Huh. Wow. Yeah, once you start having that stuff appear outwardly, the government just like, bingo, there it is. They work for us. Mm-mm.
Well,
There we go. So thanks for, uh, you know,
yeah.
you and you and you and everyone else listening. Really appreciate it. Can't say it enough. Go check us out at thedinosaur&thedude.com, and you can find us on pretty much every social media uh, channel, and also YouTube, and a bunch of other social
All the
media.
places and things. Just go to the whatever
Yeah,
web browser that you have and type in
and
the dinosaur
yeah.
and the dude. It will come up.
Mm, I mean, but some of that might be sketch. Some of that might be some of that might be a Pornhub channel just waiting to be explored. So
What?
I don't know if you want to see somebody in one of those dinosaur suits with a dude. So
Getting
even still,
spanked.
yeah, be cautious. Be cautious if you just type it in and you know.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you can
This is
find us
so
on
funny.
Spotify. You can find us on Spotify and you can find us on Apple Podcasts and even on Amazon. Please feel free to like and subscribe,
Do it.
follow us,
Tell your
and then
friends.
leave a comment. Your comment can be just two letters, HI, hi, like
Or F
hey,
you. I'm fine with that too.
yeah,
Just type
whichever. We're whores for attention right now.
it.
So
Well,
yeah, just check it out. Guaranteed, if you're in a different country, we're gonna shout you out, just because we love that we have an international appeal as well.
yes.
So
I know that it's so random and people are from all
it is
over the
very
place
random.
and it's awesome. I love it so much.
It is very random. So yeah, definitely. Um, and then also uh, the secret little
Word,
little
phrase,
scavenger
question.
hunt. Yeah, the little scavenger hunt thing that we're doing.
Is that coming up on Easter? Praise be.
No, no, no.
Okay,
It's
no.
already happened. It's already happening. It's for the year. It's for this whole season. And so the first one is it starts easy and it gets really fucking hard. So the first one is, what is the dude's favorite drink? It's
Mm.
pretty fucking easy, but you have to like and subscribe to one of our podcast channels, and you have to like and follow us. You have to follow us on all of our social media channels if you want your answer to be accepted. That's how it's eligible. Like you have to like and follow us on all of our social media and on one of the podcast channels. And then once you submit an answer, we'll recognize that answer. And if it's right, you get it right, and you got three more that you got to get right the rest of the year before you get the grand before you're eligible for the grand fucking prize. So
Mm.
that being said, Thanks, everybody.
Okey-dokey.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to love yourself.
Mhm.
We love you. And when you do love yourself,
Really hard.
love yourself hard
With lotion.
with lotion.
Make it dirty. You know?
And if you forgot,
Like,
she's
think
the
about fucked up
dinosaur.
shit while you're doing it.
Yeah, okay. I love that the request is growing. Like, love yourself hard. Like it's like little thoughts that's coming to you. Love yourself hard. Like it's like little condiments that you're wanting on ice cream. Love yourself hard and with lotion.
If you could warm it up, that'd be great.
Dirty thoughts. Can you also add some dirty thoughts? Can you do it with dirty thoughts? And just hard with dirty thoughts. Real dirty. Yeah.
I want some level of shame after this. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. A little bit more dirty than. Can you add just a little bit more dirty? Okay, yeah, I'll pay extra. Now, can you get some shame shavings on top? Some shame shavings.
Right. I need somebody to judge me.
Yeah. Shame shavings. Thank you. Yeah, that looks great. Judgment. Can you get a cherry? Can you get a cherry of judgment on top? Thanks. That Sunday looks beautiful. Thank you. All right. Yeah. And again, if you forgot, she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the fucking dude. And we thank you, ladies and gentlemen, dudes, dudettes, lady boys, girl ladies, motherfuckers.
Chicka hoes, mama fuckers, daddy fuckers.
I love it. I love it when she tries it when she's already half awake. I'm
half awake and I'm so stoned right now.
He's like, yeah, you're so He's like the mothers, fuckers, and the daddies.
Wait, chicka hoes and gigolos.
Hoes and jiggle. Okay. The jiggle daddies. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well,
I love you very much.
Love you too.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for the talk earlier. You're the best.
No worries.
I'll take you up on it. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.